What's up guys, and welcome back to Milk 2. About a week ago during my 2-year wedding anniversary, I went to the bookstore with my wife and I picked up Wanted, Eiichiro Oda before One Piece. It's a collection of short stories made by Oda before One Piece released. And so I read all of them and I decided it would be a fun little exercise to rank them from worst to best. So that's what we're gonna do today. Number 5, God's Gift to the Future. So this short story is based around this thief who says he's gonna give up thieving, but then God decides to punish him for being a bad person, and a bunch of shit goes down, a bunch of wild stuff ensues. I particularly don't really like this one because it feels too plot convenient. The God character is like so dumb to a fault, and the main character, I don't remember his name, the thief guy, he is like too smart, like he was written by like Christopher Nolan or something, and then the God character is written by like Tyler One. But yeah, I don't really like this story. I don't like the main character, and I don't like the God character. I think he's kind of lame. Okay, number 4. For number 4, I'm gonna actually pick the title short story called Wanted. I think the main character of this one is called Billy. It's a short western story about this guy who is the most wanted man in the world or whatever. Everyone comes to him for his bounty, and he ends up killing all of them because he's so good at being a gunslinger or whatever. So I actually like that aspect of the story. I like that he's not actually like going out and killing people on his own. He just kills everybody that comes to him, and that's how he gets his bounty. I like that. I actually think that's really a cool, unique take on like the desperado concept, you know? Outside of that though, I thought the rest of the story was kind of uninteresting. The villain, he's like this super ultra bounty hunter guy, but he has like zero, like negative aura. He's just like in a bar and has a shotgun and we don't really see anything else from this guy. It's kind of like, I thought it was kind of lame, not gonna lie. And it's not very like iconic. Like you would read this and then forget it the next day because it's so like, it's not very unique of a story. Okay, number 3. For number 3, I'm gonna go Ikiyako. This is a story that centers around a cowardly monk who is going around and purging demons even though he's afraid of them, and he's in search of his master. Basically, he finds his master's master and then finds out that his master was killed by this random demon, and then because he finds out that the demon killed his master, he loses his cowardice. I feel like this is the first out of the 3 that I've talked about that really you get to see like Oda's style of writing. If you've read Oda's like One Piece at all and then you read this, you can definitely see some hints of that type of like emotional storytelling, a little glimpses of that in this story. This story has the same problem as like God's Gift to the Future, where there's just too much plot convenience. The master's master is running around in a demon costume just because it's fun, but it just so happens to be the demon that killed the master. It feels so contrived. Storytelling like that, I'm not a huge fan of. Some of these stories feel more like fables. Like if you read about, if you know about Aesop's fables, they feel more like fables than actual short stories. Like stories that are meant to tell a lesson as opposed to stories that are to tell a story, to entertain. For number 2, I'm gonna go with Romance Dawn, surprisingly. So this is like the second prototype of One Piece that Oda did, and you can definitely see that like he is on his way to becoming the Oda that would eventually write One Piece, and he is very much almost there. I think the problem is that like this is the same problem I had with Wanted. I feel like a lot of the characters have zero aura. The stuff in One Piece where it feels very mystical and magical, the villain in this story is so like ugly that he's like so ugly that it's not believable that he's like this menacing, scary villain. Like you just can't will yourself to be scared of this guy if you're looking at him. It's honestly impossible. But outside of that, I feel like Luffy is written pretty well in this. Like he is very close to the Luffy that we know. But you know, it's just hard to separate this short story from One Piece, and this is clearly like a worse version. So I'm just gonna have to put it at number 2. via process of elimination, number 1 has to be monsters. I feel like this story is the most Oda story that we get, like the closest to Oda storytelling that we get to see within these short stories. I actually really like the main character. I really like that he is like unassuming, but also kind of he's like fails and succeeds in moments where you wouldn't expect. And I like the twist of the Mihawk character. I don't remember his name, but he's the guy that looks like Mihawk, is clearly supposed to be like Mihawk. I like that twist, and I think the emotional core of the girl is done really well. I don't remember any of their names. I think this is definitely the best one, the best written one out of the 5 short stories that we get. If you're going to read any of these, I would definitely recommend this one. So that's the tier list from 5 to 1. From worst to best is God's Gift to the Future, and then Wanted, and then Ikiyako, and then Romance Dawn, and then Monsters. But yeah, this was a cool read. It was actually really cool to see, stuff that Oda wrote before One Piece. You can really like see his footsteps towards becoming the Oda that writes One Piece. I like reading one-shots that authors released before their like big breaks. Tatsuki Fujimoto's short stories, maybe I'll go through those. I've read it already, but I can go through and rank those maybe for another video down the line. So anyways, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.